Okay, it is 7 p.m. on November 4th, 2021. I will call to order this meeting of the Town of Hingham Weir River Water System. I will read our following special announcement. This meeting is being held remotely as an alternate means of public access pursuant to Chapter 20 of the Acts of 2021, temporarily amending certain provisions of the open meeting law. You are hereby advised that this meeting and all communications during this meeting may be recorded by the Town of Hingham in accordance with the open meeting law. If any participant wishes to record this meeting, please notify the chair at the start of the meeting in accordance with Mass General Law, Chapter 30A, Section 20F, so that the chair may inform all other participants of said recording. Is anyone else recording this meeting? Seeing none, we go to the first item of our agenda, which is to consider approval of the minutes from August 24th, 2021. I'm prepared to proceed. Do we have a motion?
I make a motion to approve the minutes dated August 24th, 2021.
Second.
Roll call vote. Bill?
Aye.
Liz?
Aye.
And Joe? Aye. And I neglected to say that the members participating in this meeting this evening are Bill Ramsey, Liz Klein, and Joe Fisher. Second item on the agenda is to consider approval of the minutes of August 31, 2021.
I will make a motion to approve the minutes dated August 31, 2021.
Second.
Roll call vote. Bill?
Aye.
Liz?
Aye.
And Joe? Aye. Those minutes are approved. Moving to the next item on our agenda is a discussion and possible vote to award and execute a contract for the replacement of the boiler at the Weir River Water System Treatment Plant, 900 Main Street in Hingham. And I believe we've got Russ on the phone, or not on the phone, on the line. And I don't see Kathy, but I'm not sure that's required. We can move forward with Russ. Russ, please, why do we need it?
Thanks, everybody. So over the past few months, the old boiler, we had put some money aside to do some repairs to it. And over the past few months, we noticed some excessive water on the bottom. We brought the boiler people back in, and it's gone. The boiler cracked. It's no longer useful. It's about 50 to 60,000 just to patch it up and hope that it makes it through the next few years, or we switch over to a new boiler at a cost of about 114,000.
So I noticed what was provided. You gave us two bidders with quotes for a new boiler and a quote with a temporary boiler, and then a new boiler only.
Correct. So the boilers, we weren't sure if they were people were able to get them. So we decided to add to the bid a temporary boiler because at this point we have no heat. So the temporary boiler was put in there. Both contractors that bid did tell us they could have the boiler within a few weeks. So that is off the table now. So now we're just going to do just the boiler.
Great. And because I do see the contract has the 116,247 as the maximum amount. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And are there what are the warranties associated with the boiler?
The boiler is warranted installation for 1 year, but parts and materials, I believe, are 5. But Kathy had that. I thought she was coming tonight, so I will get that to you, Joe.
Okay.
It's definitely a good warranty on the boiler. It's a 3 million BTU boiler, so it's a big boiler.
And will systems be disrupted while the boiler is being installed?
No, not at all. We can run without it.
Great.
Just a little chilly, that's all.
Yep. I think you've just covered this, but when do you expect that installation to occur?
Well, the installation, they both said they could do it within 2 to 3 weeks,
Right.
But now it's the gas line. So
Okay.
as a part of this whole investigation, we were looking at alternate means of to run the boiler. So we wanted to go down to natural gas for a cleaner
Right.
burning gas. It also may save us some money cost-wise for fuel. So we've been actually engaged with National Grid for about 3 months now. They have approved it. We went to the church because we have an easement through the church. They have approved, us to do it. They allowed us to do it. We gave them notice. And National Grid says they should be able to be in there within the next 2 weeks. So everything should come together pretty well. The boiler itself can be delivered within a few weeks.
Okay. And just one final question. Are there environmentally sensitive issues that we should be focused on with respect to the boiler in terms of its impact on the environment?
No, the boiler itself, all the fuel will be disposed of that's in it, but it runs off a day tank. So
Yep.
once we get the new boiler up and running, we'll deal with the day tank and things like that afterwards. But all that's fine.
Okay. Liz, any questions or comments?
I just had a question about National Grid, which
Yep.
Russ just answered, so thank you. Yeah, no other questions. Thank you.
Thank you. Right, Bill?
Yeah, Russ, the only question I've got is, so the boiler is to heat the building. It doesn't affect the water line, correct?
No, not at all. No.
It's just to heat the building.
It's just
How
heat the
old
building.
was, sorry, go ahead.
I don't know how old it is, Bill. I don't think we could find anything on how old it was, but it was old. It might even be the original boiler. It may be.
Wow. Okay.
Wow.
The other thing too is this also takes away that cost to raise the stack. So I remember last year we were talking about raising the
Yes.
stack was about $140,000. We can now direct vent the boiler out the side of the building, so the stack becomes a non-issue. So the stack goes away and that money's just buying us a new boiler.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, well, hopefully we can get it installed soon with the temperatures dropping a little bit
Yes.
out there.
Yeah,
so-
Bill, we already got some stuff in place to temporarily heat the offices and stuff, so we're gonna work on that this week.
Great. Thanks, Russ.
No
Appreciate it.
problem.
Russ, if I can just follow up on a question from related to what Bill was asking, what's the useful life of the new boiler?
New boilers can last anywhere from 10 to 30 years. So nobody wants to admit to anything more than 10 years as of right now, but I can tell you my own boilers lasted 23 years. So, but if they're taken care of and maintained properly, they can go up to 30 years.
Right. Okay, any member of the public have a comment or question about this item? If not, I am prepared to accept the motion.
I make a motion to authorize the town administrator to sign the agreement with Commercial Boiler Systems Incorporated to supply the town with boiler system services, which includes installing a new high-efficiency duplex Weissman 3 million BTU gas fire condensing boiler in an amount not to exceed $116,247.
Second.
Roll call vote. Liz,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
and Joe. Aye, it is approved. And now, Russ, if I can put you on stage to give us the water superintendent report.
We had a little something planned tonight, but I'm gonna save that for another night because I know Tom said we gotta get off quickly. You have other business, so.
But you have until
Well-
7:15, so.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's right. But let me
and
do
your
this up.
business is important.
Let me do this update first, and then I'll go to the other thing, okay? The first thing is, we put new lights in the filter room. They're all energy efficient LED lights. I know a lot of you've been in there, so it's worth going to take a look at once we get the other lights up. But the filter room's now lit up very well. It's much safer, and it's all a lot less energy being consumed because they're all LED lights. I'm gonna have a meeting with the T&E committee in mid-November. The purpose of that meeting is to finalize and review the rest of the cost of service study, capital plan, and the governance of the Weir River water system. So those are the three important things I want to tell you guys today. The gas service we already reviewed. So Liz and I had done a presentation for the League of Women Voters. We did it to them about 2 weeks ago, and it went really well. I think they were very happy with what we'd shown them. But I'm going to give you a quick overview of the slides because we are going to use this for a few other committees and boards and other people that want to see what we've done over the past year. I'll share my screen real quick. So this Liz little test. This is a little more than what is now, but I did take some stuff out of it, like the history, because you guys know the history. So in the first year we operated within budget. There was no rate increase in the first year as promised to the residents. Over $2 million was expended on capital improvements and system maintenance and repairs as promised. We completed thorough storage tank inspection, interior cleaning. We transitioned all the staff. We continue to support community organizations and events, donating water, our time to some of the car washes and things like that. We developed and implemented a new billing and customer service system. We installed almost 3,000 linear feet of new water main, added 4 new fire hydrants into the system, designed new water mains for the FY22, which I have a quick summary on that when we get on a little further. Cost of service study, capital plan, T&E committee. So a lot of work was done in the first year. And this was all done working very closely with police, fire, and DPW and SOAR. One of the things that I know was something that wasn't done in the past. So we wanted to make that a gallant effort to make sure we work all together, which has gone really well. Some of these pictures show the condition of some of our well houses and stuff and if you had seen pictures before, I do have some before and afters, but this is what Ackerd Pond looks like now. It was a pretty good mess and everybody worked hard and cleaned it all up. Capital improvements, Bulow Road, Bulow Place, Forget Me Not were all completed. Atlantic Ave and Gunrock Ave are currently being done right now. Wampatuck and Downing may go off a little later in the winter season. That has been approved by Randy. Of course, there are some stipulations to that work being done in the wintertime. If not, it'll stretch a little bit into spring. And we should be going out to bid for the rehab of filters 1 and 2 in the next week or so. And then the Ackerd Pond intake. We may get that done this year, but we may have to put that on hold with the boiler going and a few other things that have come up. So that's not critical. It's just something we want to do. So we may push it off to the following fiscal year. The distribution system, we replaced 46 of 56 defective hydrants in Hingham and Hull, 17 gate valves. We did inspections of the hydrants, gate valves. The flushing program, I don't know if anyone saw the notice. We are going to flush the high service starting Sunday. We responded to 20 service leaks and 34 main breaks. With all the work we're doing capital-wise, those should reduce over the next few years. Leak detection we did, we replaced 500 meters. We received 4,600 dig-safe calls, which is a lot of calls, and they did a nice job handling most of those. There are, a few things we got to improve on the dig-safes, but we're working on that now again. And received over 18,000 customer service calls. The water treatment plants, as everyone knows, all the wells were all rehabilitated, which really helped us with Ackerd Pond this year. Filters 3 and 4 were done. We did a lot of upgrades to the plant. We have another $60,000 upgrade to the SCADA system that will allow us better control the system and give us enough points to pull more information into the SCADA system from other locations, because some of it's not as robust as it should be. So we did extensive cleanup of old growth and remote locations. And we've met all water quality requirements. So PFAS is down. I have a small quick slide on that. And lead and copper samples, we just took them a few weeks ago. We passed all 60. Not even one of them was over the limits. So we definitely hit that out of the park, especially with the changeover to a new chemical. So that was a real good thing by everybody. PFAS is a growing contaminant that everybody has concern with. And right now we average about a 7 and the limit is 20. The only time we had a higher level was we had to come in from Cohasset, but Cohasset has addressed that. That well is offline and will be treated going forward. So again, we're in good shape PFAS wise for right now. So I'm going to knock on wood because a lot of the towns around us are having some issues already. So this is the tank up at Turkey Hill. The pictures on the left are what the hatch looked like. The bolts were rotting, and this hatch is at the bottom of the tank. So we hired a company to come in and prefab a cover for it, so that now it's back to being safe to where it should be. This was a tough job, but they did a great job with it, the company that we hired. But again, now this makes this extra safe until we have a chance to rehab the whole tank. This is what a Fulling Mill looked like on the left. This is what a Fulling Mill looks like today. We invested some money into cleaning that whole place up, laid down some gravel so that the parking area is much better, and our lay down yard for hydrants and pipes and valves is now clean. The issue is that the staff was getting poison ivy, poison oak, and then 2 of them got attacked by bees. They went in to get a fire hydrant and the yellow jackets attacked them. So that's when I told everybody, stop what we're doing. Let's get it in here and clean this all up so that nobody gets hurt. This is the ponds up behind Fulling Mill. The picture on the left was the first few days I was here. I went up to look at them, and that's how much water we had in them. We found a broken valve on South Pleasant Street. We replaced it. Now to your right is what they look like today. So that's all water that's useful for Fulling Mill Station. How am I doing for time, Tom? I'm going.
You're good.
This is, I don't know if you've been down to Fulling Mill, but this is the cistern building. This was put up about 3 years ago, 4 years ago by Aquarian. This is what it looks like today. The staff did a fantastic job getting that together. This was all in preparation of the sanitary survey, which went very well for being done on the day of the storm. So the morning of the storm, the DEP was supposed to come see us. They did. They didn't want to cancel. And then dodging around trees and down lines and everything, we brought them to every single well field. He was much appreciative. He didn't want to have to reschedule because we had such a big system. So it worked out well in our favor. And again, we did very well. He was very pleased with everything that was going on around here.
Russ, why did you change, go back, why did you change the color of the hydrant?
Oh, the green hydrant is raw water. So some towns use black, some towns use green. I like green. That hydrant, that red hydrant is not useful for the fire department. It's only for the well.
Got it.
So we changed them. All the ones at the well fields are now green, like they should be. That's a good catch, Joe. This is the pump station over Squirrel Hill Lane. To the left is what it looked like, and the top right is what it looked like, and that's what it looks like today. These are the filters. I didn't know if any of you guys saw these pictures yet, but the top two pictures are what the filters looked like before we rehabilitated them. The bottom is what the filter is supposed to look like. That's exactly what it looks like today. And that's it. How'd I do, Liz? Record time?
Great, record time. Very impressive.
So again, this is a little bit longer for when we do presentations to anybody in town that would like one. We do want to eventually get this posted online, so I'm trying to determine how to, get it online, and so that people can go look at it. But again, Liz and I put a lot of hard work into this presentation. We both think it came out well and it was well received. So we want to share with anyone that wants to see it.
Well, Russ and Liz, thank you. It's an incredibly informative presentation, and it shows the work that's been done, and it really confirms the wisdom of the town in purchasing the water company assets and turning it into a town-run facility. So thank you very much. Bill, do you have any comments or questions?
I know we're running short on time here, so I'll be brief. Russ, how many stations? We have 11 stations, is that correct?
Correct.
Pumping stations?
Yep.
All right. And just if this question is too long, we can always address it later, but certainly I read a lot about PFAS and the growing problem with PFAS.
Yep.
How do you treat water with PFAS in it? Are you able to treat it at the plant or?
Yep. Carbon. So carbon is the main treatment for PFAS. So when we rebedded the filters, we rebedded them with a more robust carbon, one that would treat for PFAS. But all the water that we pump out of the ground and what we take out of Acrid Pond and Acrid Brook goes to the treatment plant. So we don't have any plants outside of the treatment plant that send water into the system. Everything's piped directly to the plant. So right now we have about a 7 coming into the plant. And hopefully with the new carbon, once it's activated and gets to a place where it needs to be, it should take care of that. And that's on my list for December to resample and see how we're doing with the new filters.
Great, thanks, Russ. A lot of good work going on. Appreciate it.
Yep, you're really on top. Any member of the public have questions on the superintendent's report? If not, I will now accept public comments from members of the public who may have comments on items not on the agenda. Seeing and hearing none, I am prepared to accept a motion to adjourn the Board of Water Commissioners.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call vote. Bill?
Aye.
Liz?
Aye.
Aye. We are adjourned, but don't leave because we're about to have another meeting.
Thank you, guys.
Russ.
Thank you, Russ.
Thanks, Russ.
Good
Have a
night.
good night.